to 1 year. So if you have a loan, personal loan, and it has been current on until March 2nd, and you are getting difficulties, particularly because of the pandemic, directly or indirectly, you can go to your bank and they can discuss with you extending it in various ways, including, as if at all the personal circumstances allow, could be even a sense of a moratorium. But the point is that it can be extended up to 1 year. Your Excellency, this is a point that there's a point I would want to stress here, that we do not want to create a problem at the end. We don't want to have a cliff, meaning at the end of this period, we end up having more problems than we started with. And this is why this measure has been dealt with in that way. And of course, the banks will work closely with the borrower. Another measure, Your Excellency, is that on the SMEs and corporate borrowers, they can contact their banks and they'll be assessed and have discussions about restructuring of their loans. Of course, we mean the non-personal loans. Therefore, they can go directly to the banks, and the banks are open to having that conversation with them. And as you know, a lot of our people actually have those sort of loans. So in that sense, I think this will help them, particularly the SMEs. At the same time, the costs of all this extension and restructuring will be borne by the banks. So no cost to the borrower. And also other measures that I would like to mention to you, Your Excellency, is that in order to further facilitate the use of mobile digital platforms, banks will waive all charges for balance inquiry. So today and now, many banks charge a particular fee for just checking my balance on your phone. So that actually would be eliminated, which I think would therefore facilitate matters. Finally, of course, as I mentioned earlier, the banks will ensure that this transfer between mobile money and, the wallets and the bank accounts will be costless, meaning there are no charges. And this should have been eliminated a couple of days ago. So those are the measures, Your Excellency, that we have agreed on and will be implemented from today going forward. A few other things I would just mention to finish, Your Excellency, is that we as a community of institutions, we are very concerned about this coronavirus, and this is just the first step. We'll come back as we see how it evolves. Secondly, we also want to push a lot the communication about the virus and what to do. So all our outlets, we will go through a sort of a campaign, public awareness campaign, what they should do with regard to the coronavirus. This is, in a sense, a public service from this sector. Of course, in the end, Your Excellency, we do believe that these measures they are start and they'll begin to become effective. But at the same time, we do understand that as we go forward, there will be other problems that we may have to deal with. And we do agree that we need to work in a coordinated fashion with other arms of government, and indeed also, let's say, other measures from the Treasury or other measures that are being contemplated to support this sector. That's what we wanted to tell you.
Kenyans out there have about their loans, their payments, their services. We're here to assure you that the industry, all our members and all the banks will stand to work with you in partnership to resolve this issue. So I'm confident that we've been in crisis before, but we pulled together as a team, even in this environment, to get the solutions that Kenyans require. So there is no need to say that the banks will not listen. So all the banks here will address the issue about the loans, whether they are personal loans, SME loans, large customer loans today, to reschedule. The governor has spoken about the period of 1 year. or to be able to look at moratoriums in the period for which they may not have funds to carry on their business in this particular period. And also if they're looking for facilities from the banks, they will be in a position to support them in this particular period. This is very important, Your Excellency. Even for SMEs and small enterprises who perhaps their goods have not arrived on time, the banks will be able to buy. So what I'm asking all our customers for the bank is to reach out to any of the institutions that they bank with today to get the relief to get their business that is running. The second one, Your Excellency, is about the mobile money. Because customers today between their bank accounts and the mobile wallet is very much today very interconnected. And as announced just days ago from all the payment service providers, led by Safaricom, we have zero-rated all the charges from our bank accounts into the mobile wallet as effective from Tuesday. But most of the banks will apply that, Your Excellency, from today. So now that we have the bigger limit, so customers should be able to use their money from where they are going on a daily basis. And we have also, Your Excellency, mentioned on the banking channels. So each bank has already communicated, and we are able to have the transactions on their mobile phone, whether they are making a payment, whether they are making a saving. And this will apply also for the mobile loans. Your Excellency, the customers are today also using the mobile to borrow a number of their money. It's not just the loans to the bank. And that will also apply for all the customers that we have. So we're confirming that these measures, we are quick enough to come back to you as we listen to you on Sunday. The banks are able to stand firm, and we will be, because it's an essential service. A number of our banks, you may see some measures have been instituted on the branch levels or in our agent levels, but we will continue to provide the service and support our customers, Your Excellency, during this period. Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, good morning, everybody. Governor, Josh, and indeed all your colleagues here today. I want to first of all thank you for finding time out of your busy schedule to join us this morning. Secondly, to apologize for coming a bit late, but as you know, we are living in extraordinary circumstances, and there are other issues, but I don't want to mix things. You'll hear from the Minister of Health in a little while. But most importantly, my sincere appreciation to each and every one of you and to your colleagues who are not here for the way that you have responded, and responded quickly. As you all know, what we're dealing with today is primarily a health crisis. And we are focused on dealing with it as a health crisis. But realistically, and unfortunately, it is a health crisis that is bound to have financial and economic impact, and not to the positive, but rather to the negative. And as such, we need to pull together as Kenyans and to see how we shall overcome not just the health crisis, but the associated issues that are most likely to develop. You all know our tourism industry is going to take a hit. You all know our restaurant businesses, our small traders who depend on imported goods, which are now delayed because of slowdown in manufacturing in various parts of the world. And all of these individuals depend on you in one way or another. So your understanding to the plight that they are going through is something that I truly appreciate. We talked on Sunday about the need to encourage our people to use mobile money platforms more than cash as a way to both help reduce the health risk, and you have responded. And I think that is something that is proving you are not just business people and bankers, but you are also patriots. And this is something that we are grateful, because by increasing that amount, you are allowing people to have less contact with cash, but still be able conduct normal business. So that is truly appreciated. There will be those who unfortunately may be forced to take half pay or may be forced to be laid off for a period because hotels are empty and so on and so forth. So again, your understanding in helping those Kenyans overcome any hardships that they may have as a result of that, again, is something truly appreciated, because we're going through it. They're going through those problems through no fault of their own. It is just the circumstance that has approached. So as the banking fraternity, I appreciate you are the first, and you have responded immediately. And truly, we appreciate, because at the end of the day, we are all Kenyans. We depend on each other. We need each other. And Kenya cannot survive or succeed without all of us playing our part. So on my own behalf, on behalf indeed of the government and the people of Kenya, I'm grateful for your responses. Indeed, as Minister Yatani has said, we are also looking at other areas where, from a fiscal point of view, we want to see what we can also do to support our people and our country during this difficult time. And we shall continue to engage with yourself, with other members of the private sector, to see how we can all work together to alleviate any difficulties that may arise to our people as a result of this problem. And in due course, we shall be briefing you. As I said, and I have consistently said, this is a time for us to come together as Kenyans. This is a time for us to pull together. And I am convinced and have a deep belief that if we do so, we shall overcome this particular problem, and Kenya shall eventually succeed and be better ultimately as a result of the way together we shall handle this particular scenario. So once again, like I said, on my own behalf, on behalf of the government, on behalf of the people, I appreciate your input. We shall continue to work together as we begin to work on how we shall minimize the financial and economic implications of this crisis, and we shall continue to communicate to Kenyans as we move along. But this initial and immediate response by you is something that is and will continue to be appreciated. I would like to take just this opportunity to say and to reiterate again to all Kenyans, we must play our part. We must do that which we must do. This is not the time to take undue advantage on our people. And again, as I said on Sunday, and I repeat again, even to our traders, our supermarket owners, do your business. Do it right. Do it justly. Nobody in this country has ever had a problem with somebody making profit. But indeed, it is highly immoral if we take advantage of an unfortunate situation to make super profit. And we will continue, as I said, and we have started already, to take action on those traders who are hiking prices and with no reason, just to make extra profit. We are going to take action on those people, and because it is criminal for you to really use an unfortunate situation to enrich yourself. So please, when it comes to hand sanitizers, when it comes to food, when it comes to goods and services that people need, I am appealing to all our business fraternity, act like our friends in the banking sector have acted today. Act in the interest of our people, act in the interest of our country. That way, we will all be able to survive and to see ourselves through this unfortunate situation. So once again, thank you. I appreciate you. And for sure, Joshua and Governor, we will continue to to meet, to dialogue. Yeah, this is not about forcing people. It's about us discussing, engaging with one another, and finding solutions that work for all of us, all 47 million of us. And I appreciate this as a first start, and we shall continue to engage with each other as we move forward. Asante, Mungu awabariki, Mungu awalinde, na Mungu alinde taifa letu la Kenya. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much.
Namsikia vizuri sana. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. One two one two. Nipandishe juu. Unaonaje, iko sawa? Kutoka ikulu ya Nairobi ambapo Rais Uhuru Kenyatta ametangaza baadhi ya wasimamizi wa benki Wasimamizi wa benki wakiongozwa na gavana wa Benki Kuu ya Kenya ambao wametangaza baadhi ya measures. Ni kwa Kiswahili hatua. Hatua na sio steps, ni hatua. Na si nimefikiria hiyo jina.